Okay, it's officially spring now, guys. I feel like I always upload spring videos earlier on, like a month ago, just like because I'm like, it's so close, guys, we can taste it. But now I'm like, no, it's like actually spring, and this is amazing. So today we're gonna be talking about all of my spring favorite things. Today's mug is a little Pinocchio one we got years ago. I have no idea where. Probably actually at a Disney store, not like in a Disney park, but it's a favorite. All right, I'm gonna be all over the place, so I need to like zip, 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 zip. So this next portion of the video is very kindly sponsored by fragrance.com. I have been working with them for literally years. I was going back in my emails and I was like, oh my gosh, we've been doing this for years. But it is my favorite place to buy perfume online because everything is so ridiculously discounted. And I know a lot of people's reactions when I first say that is, well, how are they discounted? They must not be authentic. Y'all, they are real as real could be. Because fragrance.com is a completely online retailer, they don't have the overhead costs of like brick and mortar stores. And so they pass those savings on to the customer. That's why they're able to sell thousands of brand name fragrances at such a great discount. So now is a really good time. Not only is it spring and it's kind of a nice time to get a brand new fragrance for yourself, but also Mother's Day is in like 2 freaking seconds. So fragrance is always a really great gift for the mothers in your life. Another thing I think is really cool is that they do have Afterpay, which means you can split your payment up into 4 interest-free payments. So I'm gonna share my favorites for the spring. We're gonna start with my favorite one because I've worn it like every day recently. And it's such a great new discovery. I can't wait to share it. So it is the Marc Jacobs Daisy Love Days. This is the Eau de Toilette. For me, perfumes are such a gut feeling. You either love it or you don't. And the second I smelled this one, I was like, oh yeah. The reason I love this is because it's fruity and floral. I struggle to get down with a super floral fragrance, but when you throw fruit into it, this is like the perfect 50-50. It says it opens with hints of apricot. Do you say apricot or apricot? I say apricot, I think. Now I'm starting to doubt how I say it. A base of amber. This is my favorite, and also how cute and springy is this darn bottle. So my next favorite, which is a close second for spring, is the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Love is Love perfume. This one is such, again, it's fresh, but it's still sweet. And that's kind of my vibe in the spring. So it's described as having red berries, lemon, and Granny Smith apple. I definitely smell that like fruity part of it, but it also has a little bit of jasmine in it and a base of amber, cedar, and musk, and whipped cream. It's so good. This one definitely is a little bit, I think, fresher than the Daisy Love Days, but I love them both so much. These are definitely my top 2 picks for spring. But I wanted to give you a couple other options of ones I'm liking as well. This is the Flower Bomb, but it's specifically the Flower Bomb Dew. The way I would describe this is, it is Flower Bomb meant for spring. Like, it literally smells like you get those hints of Flower Bomb, but sometimes Flower Bomb can be overpowering. This one is like taken down a notch and adjusted to make it perfectly light and nice for spring. If you like Flower Bomb, or if you're someone that likes Flower Bomb but you feel like it's a little strong, you might really like the Dew version of it. Next is Chloe Love Story. I've been trying this one a little bit. I definitely think I prefer, if you're going the Chloe route, one of my favorites is Chloe Nomad. Described as sweet and citrusy. It's got grapefruit, bergamot, lemon, and pear, and then it's got some neroli. Another one that's super interesting is the Alien Fusion perfume. This one, okay, when I spray it, it makes me think of the Morocco Pavilion at Epcot World Showcase. It's got this beautiful, like, spicy twist to it. I would say this may be the most interesting smelling perfume. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean it in a way that, like, when you spray it on, you're not so sure, but as it sits on your skin for a while, it really smells nice. And it's one of those head turners where people are like, what are you wearing? Just such an interesting, kind of spicy, but like lighter spice. I wouldn't say this is a wintry smell. You want something that smells different than like everyone else, but still really good, I would recommend this one. Another thing fragrance.com offers are travel sprays. So if you wanted to order a smaller version of these, whether you just want to try it out for a little bit, or if you are wanting it for travel purposes, it's a great way to do that. You can get so many different fragrances in their travel size. They did offer you guys a discount code, which is Jessica B, and that will get you 30% off your order till the end of May, which is amazing because that's a discount on top of their already discounted prices. So it is a great great time to get some new fragrances. I will have the link in the promo code down in the description box. Thank you so much, fragrance.com, for continuing to support my channel and sponsoring this portion of the video. Let's switch to like clothing stuff. We'll do makeup and beauty here in a minute. These sandals from Target, you guys, are so weirdly comfortable. I ordered these recently from Target online, and so I was a little nervous because I have slightly wider feet, and I was like, well, they might not be comfortable. I cannot believe not only how comfortable this part is, but how comfortable the actual soles are. They kind of have this like thicker rubberized bounce to them. And so it feels slightly supportive where most sandals are not supportive at all. So if you find that that's you, you might really like these. These with shorts, with capris, with like a springy dress, they look so cute and they're comfortable. I feel like these kinds of sandals are so trendy right now where they're just kind of like slide-on sandals, but I like that they have this additional almost braided, like weaved detail to them. I love the camel color. I can't say enough good things. I don't know if they have other colors in this now that I'm saying it. I could see myself in the future maybe getting these if they sell it in white. Had to mention these. I think they're an amazing spring into summer sandal. So I've gotten to the point where I don't want to wear something if it's not comfortable. So with jeans, I recently bought some Levi jeans, and you know what? I finally like actually tried them on, actually tried and found the right fit for me, and I'm in love. These that I'm showing you right now are the Levi Shaping Straight Jeans. These are a little short. They have different lengths. I think if I am gonna buy another one of these, which I think I'm gonna buy a lighter one too, I'm gonna get the next one down. I think I got the shortest length. They actually fit me, you guys. They actually fit. They're like stretchy enough so they're actually comfortable. I feel like they almost feel like I'm wearing leggings, but they are definitely like actual denim, you know what I mean? And I just feel like I've been wearing the wrong size jeans for so long, or at least jeans that didn't quite hug my body in the ways that feel comfortable. So like right now, I'm sitting down and I don't feel like it's squeezing my stomach and squeezing my hips. You know what I mean? It actually feels comfortable. What a concept. I am like literally thinking about buying like one or two more and getting rid of a lot of the jeans that either are too tight or they're just ill-fitting. They don't fit my body type the right way. But this whole shaping line from Levi's, I'm like, I love it. Okay, enough about jeans. The next thing I've been loving are these kinds of just like Peplum Peasant tops. Again, I feel like they're forgiving and they're cute, right? So this one I've worn in a video recently too. It's from Old Navy. It's just comfortable. It's not crazy expensive. So this one, and then I also have another one I'm loving from American Eagle. I can link the video where I'm wearing it as well if you want to see it kind of in action. I don't know. That one's got like that chambray, like light blue look to it, which I also really love. Jewelry wise, these, when I wore these in a recent video, I got so many questions about it. These are from Madewell. I got them in a trunk club and they're just like, I'll take it off so you can kind of see. It is literally a chain with the little part that goes in your ear here. And then the back is the bottom of the chain. It just forms this little hoop chain. I think that's so cool and kind of unique. And again, even in person, when I've been out and about like grocery shopping wearing this, the cashier was like, whoa, your earrings are cool. I'm like, thanks. Like, it's just one of those random, they're like little earrings. I don't think they're super noticeable, but they're just unique. So I'll link them below. I think they're so cool. They can go with so many different outfits. This necklace is newer to me. I'm loving for spring. I've just been really into like braided jewelry like this. I have some braided earrings I'm loving too, but this one is from Express. I got it when they were having their crazy like 50% off sale online. It's like, it feels nice, like it's a little bit heavier, and I just feel like it's cute alone, but it also works really well layered with like a longer necklace with a pendant, which is another way I wear it a lot. A lot of my videos lately have been shorter, and it hasn't necessarily been intentional. I've just been trying to be more succinct. I feel like I repeat myself a lot, I know. So I've been trying to be more succinct, but I just repeated myself right there. But I know a lot of you guys are like, I kind of miss your 20 to 25 minute videos. So this one may be a 20 to 25 minute video. We shall see. I've also gotten a lot of questions about these. The bottoms are like dirty, so I don't want to show you, but I've been wearing the crap out of these the past few months. I will link these if I can find the exact ones. If I can't, I know they sell like the same thing on Amazon, which eventually when I'll replace these, I'll probably just buy them on Amazon. I got these in a FabFitFun box, which is why I think I can link the exact one. We'll see. But they sell so many versions, you guys, everywhere, but they are shockingly comfortable. I do think it takes like a day or two of getting your foot used to it and it like forming to your foot shape. But once it does, they're like cute and comfy. I wear them every single day around the house. All right, body care wise, this Aveeno body shampoo, what? That's what we should call it though, right? Body shampoo. Body wash is one of my favorites, and I'd loved it for years, and I had got out of the habit of using it. I was trying other body shampoos. What am I saying? I recently got back into this because my legs were so itchy and I just suffer from that, you know? And ever since I switched over to this, guess what? No itchy legs. None. Not at all. Like, not even a little bit. I cannot believe it. So this is the Aveeno Skin Relief Body Wash. It says it soothes itchy, dry skin. I think when I discovered this years ago, I was actually doing a sponsored video with them like 5-6 years ago. And I freaking love it still. This is the fragrance-free version, but it's got that colloidal oatmeal. Just chef's kiss all around. Hair care favorite is the Heritage Texturizing Spray. Sold at Walmart. Listen, the smell of this is unbelievable. It adds texture. I didn't use it in my hair today just because my hair is just kind of straight. But when I'm doing my hair, whether it's air dried or whether I've like curled it with like heat, I love this, especially on second day hair, because it just makes your hair fall into place a little bit more interestingly versus like if you've got kind of flat hair like I do, kind of fine hair. This adds a little bit of oomph to it, but also if you're trying to put your hair into an updo of any kind, a texture spray will be your best friend because it gives it that grit it needs to kind of hold its shape and to stay volumized a bit more. I love this as a texturizing spray, but also for the smell. It's just incredible. This has definitely made me want to try more from the brand. So if you have any favorites, let me know. Kind of random newer favorite for me is this Fleur & Bee Rose Water Toner. I do feel like my skin does react to the weather changing a bit. I'm sure all of ours does. And so this is their Rose and Shine Rose Water Toner. I've been spraying this on first thing in the morning. Even though I hate the smell of roses, my skin seems to love rose-based things like rose hip seed oil. My skin loves, and it seems to be really liking this too. So it's hydrating, and I apply it in the morning before makeup, but it says you can apply it on midday or for a nightly refresh. I really do feel like this, I wouldn't do this necessarily over makeup. I've never tried it that way, but I don't think you would like it. But as a skincare step, especially like first thing before makeup, it's beautiful and my skin seems to be loving it. Another skincare product that kind of took me by surprise is the Dr. Jart Ceramide Cream. This I don't use every single day, and you can definitely get a smaller one to try it out. That's how I'd recommend, because it's not super cheap. But I use the tiniest amount, and I've been applying a layer all over my skin, and anywhere that I have little dry patches, I'll apply a little bit more. So like right here, I had a dry patch right here this week. But just the thinnest layer underneath makeup and even underneath SPF gives my skin such beautiful hydration. I feel like I'm wearing it today underneath my makeup. I put this on, then I put my SPF. It plays well like that. It doesn't end up creating such a greasy layer that you can't work with it. You know what I mean? Some moisturizers for the daytime I feel like are too much. This one's not. Just a tiny bit goes such a long way, and I feel like my skin has been loving it. It looks so much more hydrated once I put makeup on, which I love. So I feel like if you have normal or dry skin, you'd really like this. Every time I try to drink water, and I'm trying not to mess my like lip product up, I end up just spilling water everywhere, and then I end up messing not only my lip product up, but also like any makeup I have on my chin. I'm an idiot. All right, makeup wise, I have quite a few. I'm wearing everything for the most part I'm gonna mention, and I'll show you it kind of alone in natural light as well. I have really been enjoying the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator for the spring. I just feel like, I mean, that's what I'm wearing today. I feel like it's got enough coverage if you don't have a crazy amount to cover. It leaves that hydration in my skin, but it still covers, so it kind of does the job of like a BB cream, but it's so inexpensive. So if you can find a shade that works for you, it's got hyaluronic acid in it, squalane. So again, it really is good for hydration in your skin, and I've just been enjoying it. I feel like it makes my skin look really healthy, and the fact that it's at an insane price point is just huge bonus points across the board. I always wonder with something like this, if I had tried it without knowing what it was, you know what I mean? If I didn't know whether it was high-end or drugstore, what my reaction would be, because I really do feel like this performs so beautifully. I wonder if I would have guessed that it was high-end. Here's my other thing though. I don't think this lasts for like an entire day. I don't think this is gonna look beautiful at the end of a 10-hour shift or something like that. But just for like around the house or running errands, I think this is gorgeous. Another favorite that totally swept me off my feet, and I feel like I just have been loving a more bronze look going into spring, is this bronzer from Bare Minerals. This is their loose bronzer. I have it in the shade Faux Tan. And so I literally will just tap a bunch out into the cap, and then I grab my fluffy bronzer brush, I swirl it in there. It adds an amazing bronzy glow. Like I love the way my bronzer looks today, like so much. And I really, I haven't gotten this kind of a bronzer look from like anything else in my collection lately. I just feel like this really amped it up, and it has like leveled up my bronzer game, and I never hear anyone talking about it. I think I bought it during the Ulta sale, and I am just like, So a long wearing cream blush, I get a lot of questions since I do love cream products, especially cream blushes. What I would recommend for something that's actually gonna like last, that's a cream blush formula. This is one of the longest lasting ones on the market. It's from Honest Beauty. You can get this online, you can get it at Target. This is their cream cheek blush in rose pink. I love this, but here's the thing. You have to go into it with a light hand. So what I do is I take my e.l.f. little $4 stipple brush, I stipple it into it, and then I stipple it off onto my hand first. And you will see like, whoa, it's a ton of pink. Then I will stipple it onto my cheeks, grab my sponge, blend it in the rest of the way, and it gives the most beautiful pink glow that actually stays all day. This is such an incredible formula. The fact that it's a more reasonable price point, I think is amazing because the staying power is there, but it also still gives you that cream blush look where it's almost glowy, but oh, I absolutely love it. I need to eventually maybe get another shade, but I'm so happy with this shade. I really don't need to, I guess, you know. Someone commented below and said that their husband, I don't know what video they were watching, but their husband came in the room and was like, oh, is that the overly caffeinated one? They were like, yep. But then I also get the comments that are like, Jessica, drinking coffee is not a personality trait. I'm like, I know, I still have a personality outside. I just really like coffee. Is that okay? So another newbie that I think is the most beautiful, maybe the most perfect spring palette is this Colourpop one. It is their Wild Nothing palette. I know some people dog on this one because it's obviously a very neutral light palette, but if you have similar taste to me, I think you'd really like it. I've been wearing this so much, and really the look I've been doing, the look I did today, is I put the shade Alcove all over the lid with Spirited on top. I use Vagabond all throughout the crease. It is a beautiful blending shade. And then No Bounds in the outer corner. And I just feel like it creates such a beautiful, seamless, springy, glowy, happy, neutral look. Very much a me look. But I've been trying to get a little bit more darker on the outer corner. And I've really been liking that darkness on the outer corner. So I've been loving this. It's more affordable than a lot of other palettes out there. And I love the Colourpop shadow formula. And I just feel like there's so many different options there. And does this not just scream spring to you? All right, lip-wise, what I'm wearing on my lips is an oldie but a goodie. It's the only MAC lipstick I will probably ever use up because it is my favorite shade. It is in the shade Patisserie. Now, I did line my lips today with a brighter pink liner, and it's kind of a hack I just discovered this morning because this on its own is still a pink, but it's not super bright, so it's looking brighter on my lips. When I lined it with this brighter pink, it was a KKW one, I can link below. I lined it that way, and then when I was putting this on, it kind of melted in with the lip liner and created this really pretty effect where it's still darker on the outside, but it almost brightened this up a little bit. I really like it. I feel like my lips look really dimensional and healthy, but the color on its own is an absolute favorite of mine. This is from their Luster line, but I just feel like this color for spring, this like lighter pink, is so beautiful. Another formula I don't give a lot of love, but I really, really like is from Bobbi Brown. This is their Crushed Oil Infused Gloss. I don't have it on, but I'm gonna put it on. It's just the most comfortable, wearable, glossy formula that makes your lips feel good all day long. Like it just melts in really easily. It looks good on top of stuff. It looks good on its own. Kind of a no fuss gloss formula. And it never makes my lips feel dry throughout the day. Like I feel like because it is oil infused, it just sinks into the lips as I'm wearing it. And I never really need to wipe it off. It just kind of eventually goes away, but my lips look healthy. Madison Miller really likes this color. I think she is the reason I bought this particular shade, and she was not wrong. It's beautiful. And her lips always look so freaking pretty. Like every lip combo she ever recommends, I'm like, I need it. I think that's everything. I feel like I could go on and on. Oh, I was gonna talk about like books I've read. All right, I wanna talk about 2 books I've read recently that I think are interesting. One is a novel and one is not. One that I feel like is probably a good read for the spring is called Rest. I read it because of Taylor Wynn's recommendation of it, and I am someone that does very well with structure. I learned that very quickly postpartum a few years ago when my days were a muddled mess. I do not mentally do well with that at all, period. I did not know that about myself though. That is when I learned that. And the idea of this book, Rest, is that truly taking time to have rest, like an unstructured day or unstructured time, is important. And I know it's like, oh, well, yeah, that sounds great. But it goes into the science behind it and why it works and how it works best. And it was such an important read for me. I even had my friend Ben read it because I know he's similar to me in that way where we struggle to do nothing. Like even watching TV, I feel like, oh, I could be doing something else while we're watching it. Like I don't do well just being. And this really changed the way I think about it. And I just found it so interesting. So I would recommend that to anyone that feels like you are similar to me in that way. And then a novel I would recommend is The Midnight Library. This is a book I now can't stop thinking about. It's just so good. It's about, I don't want to give too much away, but it basically is a novel about what if your life went in so many different directions. I've read a few books similar to this, but this is the best version of that I've read. Does that make sense? Like I read Dark Matter. I thought that was really interesting. I think I like Midnight Library better. And it really is this idea that you could hop between lives and see if you had made this decision differently, how would your life be different? And if you'd made this decision differently in your life, how would your life? And oh my gosh, I get the goosebumps talking about it. It's one of my favorite novels I think I've ever read. And the first third of the book, I was like, oh yeah, I get where this is going. And it kind of goes differently. I was saying to a friend of mine recently too, that it's one of those books that's inspired me to, like it literally inspired me to pick back. I used to write poetry all the time when I was younger. It inspired me to write some poetry. There's nothing to do with poetry in this book, but the themes and the things it talks about, just like inspiration was just going crazy. So such a good novel, may inspire you, but will also give you a different outlook on your life as it is. That is all I'm going to talk about. I could talk forever. I love doing these themed seasonal favorites videos. Let me know if you'd like me to do one for summer here in a couple of months. I would love to do it. I probably will, whether you want it or not, because I love doing it. Thank you again, fragrance.com, for sponsoring this video. Again, if you want to save a ton of money and get an amazing fragrance, whether it is for you, you want something fresh and new, whether it is a gift for someone else, maybe for Mother's Day coming up, definitely check out my link below to shopfragrance.com. I hope that you'll subscribe. I do upload 3 videos a week. I would love to have you join, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.